Jill Payne is our guest on Wednesdays. She joins us via Skype. Jill is a member of the American Academy of Psychotherapy. A friend we met mutual. We met through a mutual friend at Houston Baptist University, and then she came up here and she had problems with her website, so we fixed it and started talking. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's hilarious. Hi, Jill.
Good morning, Sam. How you doing?
Fantastic. So obviously, tragedy, Parkland, people trying to take this,
Right.
and immediately they already had this pre-written before the tragedy to go after
Right.
the NRA, but now it's backfiring, and now they're kind of hiding, and they don't want to deal with the facts and figures. Talk about those who are running from the truth. What makes you run from the truth? The NRA had nothing to do with it. It's hard. What happened was just the darkness of evil on the face of the earth that walks.
Well, running from the truth, Sam, that's logical. You want to survive, so in order to survive, you need to appear strong, and there's that fight or flight effect. So people are going to do that. Also, there's a lot going on with bias too. So Trump is doing really great. I think you just told me, or I even saw it in the news, that he has already said that he's running again.
Right.
Okay.
Which drives
So
the
he's
god. The god of salt left has gone crazy because.
Well, he's priming us. So it's really interesting. Someone told me he read Jung, who's was a famous psychologist. But anyway, I really do believe that Trump studies psychology, because everything he does, he works the people. And I know that this is horrid to say, Sam. Our minds are really easily swayed. There's something even called hindsight bias. So let's just say if I don't know, a bank was robbed, and you knew nothing about it. You didn't know that it was going to be robbed, and then all of a sudden you hear about it. I knew that bank was going to be robbed. I can't believe you're all so stupid you didn't see it. I saw it. That's hindsight bias. So there's so much going on here that it's basically people, and we are easily swayed. So one thing good that Trump did, I know I'm sort of getting off subject, but not really. When he was he's priming us also that he's going to be running again, and he's showing that he's open. Okay, which is really important. He's showing he's open, and then you've got the Democrats that are not showing they're open. They're still staying in the same when they really need to watch Trump and go with it instead of going with the same old people. They really need to what is the word? I guess just be open to different avenues and learn to.
They're not.
They're not,
They're
and that's going to burn them. But anyway, so when he saw those young kids and parents, he wrote down something very, very important on paper. And I tell people to write things down. So people were saying, oh, that was not right that he did that. But what he wrote down, and I wish more of us would write this down and start saying it, is, I hear you. And I thought, wow, I've already been using it. I'm a therapist. I've already been using it with people that I talk to, because people want to be heard. And it's not fake. If I say it and I keep on saying it, I'm going to believe it. Okay, that's the illusory bias. Okay, or theory.
All right, so hang on. Jill Payne, our in-house psychotherapist. By the time you go to the break.
Said it right. Yeah.
Illusionary. But that's okay. But you gave us hindsight bias, which I had never heard of before. So that's where everyone knows, like, the bank is over there, bank's over there, bank's over there, bank gets robbed. And you're like, yeah, I knew that. And you're like, no, you didn't. You're like, no, I did. Right?
And then you think everybody's so stupid because how come they didn't see that? So you put blame on people.
Interesting. Stay there. I want to continue our conversation.
Okay.
All right. Let me get back to our in-house psychotherapist, Jill Payne, joining us via Skype today, looking fantastic. I'm very happy with our guests. So real quick, we had our 5-year anniversary yesterday. Today is day 1 of the 6th year. When we started, and we said, listen, we're televised. Go get a Skype connection. Yeah, I'll be honest with you, it looked horrible the first year. But now our viewers, our guests are investing in cameras and earpieces like you and Tamara Colbert and others, Ted Gioka. So when we go to Skype now, it is network quality. So thanks for whatever you spent with the headset and the camera and the lighting and everything. So looks great. You can see us on Sam Malone Show on Facebook, among other places.
Thanks, Sam.
What do you mean? What is this? Coca-Cola Mean Joe Green commercial? Thanks, Mean Joe.
We all need compliments. You know what a compliment is?
No. Psychotherapist, no. What is it?
Okay. So women are taught to say, oh, no, 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 to a compliment. But that's basically insulting the other person, because that other person that's giving you a compliment, that's their judging. That's their perception of you. So it's very important to say thank you, because if they perceive that, you don't want to insult them and say they're wrong.
All right. Do this again slowly.
Okay.
I complimented you because you have, you have the microphone, the camera, and it looks great on TV, right? So they're watching us all over the country. Yes. I say, way to go, Jill. You're the psychotherapist. But it's important for you to say thank you back to me.
Yes.
Because
that's validating that your opinion or your perception is correct. I've just validated that.
Interesting.
I've received it.
All right, real quick. Let me ask you this.
So thank you, Sam.
If a man holds the door for you,
yes.
How do you perceive that? You're a psychotherapist. If a guy sees you coming and you have two packages and your arms can't get to the door, or you got a briefcase, whatever, and a guy holds the door open to you, what's the perception of that?
Well, my perception is if anybody opens the door for me, whether it's my husband, whether it's my child, whether it's a friend, a girlfriend, I perceive that as something wonderful and positive, because they are looking out for somebody else besides themselves. So other people today, and I've had some young men come into my office, and these young men are in their early 20s, and they're afraid to open the door for women because women get very mad when that's their perception. I'm just guessing is that that's just not showing equality and so forth, when in actuality, Sam, if there's somebody that needs help, what are you going to do?
Oh, of course, jump in, but what if they don't? But and it's interesting,
right? Yeah.
As a man with manners, and remember, if you're one of the godless alt left, you're one of those liberals, the women who don't shave under their arms, shave under their legs, they don't do their hair, they wear Dr. Scholl's all the time, they won't wear anything tight fitting, they're just miserable, they don't get a blowout, but they're like, don't hold the door for me, and I'd be like, no, in Texas, we do that out of respect. It's not an equality thing; it's just respect.
Right. It's
because
respect.
I would want someone to hold the door for my wife, whether or not she's got, two packages or so she can open the door. Right. It's a respect thing. It's amazing how people see it as a sign of weakness or inequality.
Well, so our morals and values are changing, and that's one thing. Oh, Sam, I found out what show I'm going to be on. For some reason, I'm not going to be on for a month, but it's called the Houston Life show on Channel 2.
Okay.
And one of the reasons I believe that we're having all this violence is because of all our social norms are changing. We've got about 4 different generations, and then we have this media which is teaching us to be all about me. It's all about me. It's an echo chamber of just me, me, me. Even the movement, I was laughing because I said, Me Too movement? Shouldn't that be us too? We too? Seriously, if it's about me, then it's not about us. It's just very interesting what's going on. So
that's how snowflakes are. It's all about themselves. They're very weak, humiliated, emasculated men, and very weak women. So it's all about them, 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 them.
So this is happening to Republicans and Democrats and independents. That it's what happened in the shooting was not, to me, a political function or event. Yeah. So when I'm just bringing that up about that our norms are changing, and it's I don't even know what to say to people sometimes. I don't know what is right or wrong. My clients laugh at me because I just make fun of it.
Well, you know what? But a real man, and I'll just speak for men because I am one, real men will always hold the door for a woman. No matter how miserable she is, maybe her daddy never told she was pretty when she was growing up. Who knows? Yeah. But when they become these miserable feminists and they wear visages on their heads and they have all this hatred against the president. Yet they love the sexual predator, Bill Clinton. Real men will always hold the door for women. Because
my son does it.
That's what we do in Texas. All right.
Yes.
Good visit from our in-house psychotherapist. Man, we covered a lot. Jill Payne, member of the American Academy of Psychotherapy. I'm reading the sign behind her. That's how I know. I'm looking at the sign.
Next time I think I'm going to close my blinds. I think it's too bright. What do you think? I don't know. Maybe I want to be bright like a star. I don't know.
Yes. Look, you're giving off this bright light reflection. What do I know? I'm just a low-level schmuck.
Exuding all this energy. There we go.
Go have a blessed day. Thank you for stopping by, and we'll talk to you next Wednesday.
I look forward to it, Sam.
The only morning show in America with an in-house psychotherapist for y'all. Back in a second, AM 1070, The Answer.